troubleshoot. Evan, troubleshoot on the fly. That's what you're here for.
Something.
Hello.
Hello.
Okay, I think that's it. I just gotta
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, cool. Technical
Min-
difficulties.
Minor snafu. Just a very minor
At least
snafu.
it wasn't the end of the episode when I found out.
Yeah.
Okay. Haley,
Audio
do the
check
intro thing.
passes.
Haley, do the intro thing.
So welcome to Roast to Astonish. We are back with Operation Hotbloods with the usual gang after an extended time away because holiday crazies. That's the only excuse I can give.
It's just
And
because
that's
we
the
don't
only
want to
excuse you're
stream
gonna
for you
get.
anymore.
But we are back at it again with the usual group and our usual DM, who is also the creator of the system we are using, Worlds of Myth, Cody.
Hey guys, how's it going? I'm your wonderful game master here, and sometimes sort of a lolly jester, but mostly just a game master.
And I am Haley, the somewhat semi-host for tonight, and I am once again adopting the role of Alaric Warclaw, which, if memory serves at this point, he is part Mama Wolf, part Papa Wolf, and now he's the captain of a mobile land pirate ship. Yeah, this game is getting weirder and weirder by the day.
Well, I mean, hey, does anybody want to point out the irony that Ulrich has basically taken over a pirate ship while Finn has taken over Ulrich's clan? Like,
Just
a
is
little bit of role reversage right there. Like, yeah.
In the process, in the process, he did technically beat. Well, shortly after that process, he did technically beat Finn. So.
But it wasn't on his own.
I mean, technically, it wasn't. Yeah, it wasn't a 1v1. We're not going to count that as a passage of alphahood.
But yeah, we'll get into that once we get into the session, more than likely, because this is probably something that's going to be discussed and brought up because, our characters aren't complete idiots. But moving on along the line.
Just mostly idiots.
I mean, look at our intelligence scores. But anyway.
Oh, yes.
Among our players tonight, one of them who is actually manning our stream and is one of the more regular players on our channel and server, Evan.
Hey, it's me, Evan. I play Finn Sharkman. He is half man, half shark. All Sharkman.
Between 3 different sharks, but we will elaborate on that later on for those of you who are not familiar.
Okay, fine. 1 half man, 3 halves shark. Are you happy?
There we go. Thank you. I was
That's
getting
how it works!
Yeah, he's twice the person.
That's how genetics work.
And also joining us tonight is another Rolls to Astonish regular and some of our other games, Zach.
Oh, hi. I'm probably the dumbest rock man in the group. My character is Adele. He died after all and shattered in tiny little bits. All right. Anyway.
He's a dragon boy.
And last but certainly not least, because we have a player absent tonight, so we will be finally introducing Dan.
I get to be last again.
Raiko isn't here, you can
It's
blame
because
him.
we were saving you for the finale, dude. Like,
It's not your fault, it's Raiko's fault.
You're the grand finale. Like, yeah. Anyway,
Uh-huh.
I was gonna say he's somebody's grand finale, but we'll get into that later.
At any rate, I play Rai, or Mahan Rai Morian Kamer Smith, if you want to use his full name, which no one does.
He's just bread to me.
Did you just call him bread?
Yes.
As in rye bread.
But it...
So funny.
I
Zach.
think I'm funny, and that's all that matters.
All right. Zach's back.
Somebody broke.
Somebody.
Yes,
did.
it was me. Moving on.
Haley moving Zach into
All
the
right.
room.
But
All right.
last
Well,
time,
cool.
Operation Hotbloods. It's been a very long time, so we're gonna have
I
to
have
keep
this time.
together. Oh, you got it? Alright, good,
I
damn.
have this time. I'm caught up on
Good.
recaps.
All right. Let's
Because the
hear
last
it,
couple of
man.
sessions have been blank to me because life probably smacked me in the gut and said no. Quite
So there are
literally.
two reasons that you don't quite remember
I
what
think
happened
you
last
broke.
session. One of them is that it's been so long, and the other is that last
I
time
can't hear
we
her.
actually did the Lost Arm.
Oh yeah. Right.
So the last time we played the characters we're playing today is the time when we went inside the castle. Let's see.
We talked to the
Blah,
beast.
blah,
I remember that.
talked to 3 of the 4 kings because one of them got murdered.
Yeah, again, the
Um,
Beatles, quote
yes.
unquote, because they were literal
Yes.
fucking Beatles.
Except I'm
The-
pretty sure
the
it's just
Beats.
3 Ringos.
No, Ringo was the one that got eaten.
Yeah.
Ah,
Cody, go!
where'd Cody?
Cody, why'd you die?
You back?
Cody, why'd you die? I'm gonna respond.
Bud, can you hear us?
Because we can't hear you.
Cody. Cody, live.
Only the best here at RTA.
Hey, at least we're not going to that annoying.
Oh god, that would be horrible. I hate that. That makes my ears just ache. Cody? Cody, live!
Oh shit, my brother just opened my door and threw a cookie at me.
What the fuck?
You're
Fucking-
being shown love.
Hell yeah, this is a solid Chick-fil-A cookie. Hell fucking yeah, that's ridiculous.
All right. Sorry, guys.
There you are.
Yeah, I had to leave because I was like hearing you guys as only static. Did you get the recap done?
Nope.
No, we did not.
We saw you disappear, and we've been waiting for you to come back.
We
And then
got
Evan
worried
had
about you.
at him.
Well,
Because we
I'm-
love you, man.
I'm back. I'm back. Please continue.
We stopped
Okay.
everything.
Oh, you stopped everything?
No,
Yeah,
well,
because
we
you
still- still
dropped,
rolling
We weren't
the
sure what to
entire
do, and Evan had a cookie thrown at him.
Oh yeah, my brother threw
Okay.
a cookie at me. It was pretty good.
And Evan got a cookie if you haven't
The
noticed.
madness of the stream, everybody.
All right. Well,
So
you
we
can...
we we got to Castle Super Beast. We found the castle empty, and until we got to the throne room, and then we were greeted by 3 gents that look a lot like Bug, 3 of the 4 kings of MacBeastland. It took the group a while to convince the 3 beetles to join their cause, the Beats, as we decided they are. And all of you heathens had no idea what Doug was, so I had to post a link for that in the chat. Let's see. Bug stays behind, and the rest of the group leaves. And that's when Ulrich confronts Finn about, hey, you're kind of acting like a douche. And they, as a group, mostly Ulrich, take Finn down to the point where the edge can be cleansed mostly from his body.
Yeah. He had this whole thing with like one of those leather jackets with spikes and the chains.
And you had Adele.
It's pretty
yeah,
awesome. Not
You
gonna
had
lie.
Adele's ghost haunting you for a little bit there, but hey.
Yeah, initially, it was just Ulrich thinking Finn had an attitude problem before he realized there was something up. You need to calm down, or I'll fix it for you. And then all hell broke loose, and all the others heard just smashing and just fuck.
Yep.
And not good kind of fuck either.
It was the kind of fuck where Rai was not the only one dashing inside.
Yeah.
Anyway, so where we dropped off is the group leaving the castle for their next destination. Meanwhile, however, since Adele was dead this entire time,
Exactly.
he woke up in a pod to his uncle speaking. Apparently, Neil decided to side with Zero. They have a very short conversation before he knocks Adele out again. At the end of the session, Adele comes back to consciousness in the Demon Hell lands with armor and weapons, but none of them his own. And any more than that, we have to wait until next time, which is now.
So we finally
Yeah.
figure out what the fuck is going on here.
Where the fuck am I?
Okay. So starting with Adele, you wake up and you're kind of in this barren area. Okay, like you've got some very basic armor on. Okay, so just regular metallic cloth shirt. So just what most everybody walks around with. And you look in front of you, and there is like this big red, like almost like a boar in the earth. Almost like hell itself is like in this pit, and you can just see that like every once in a while, like this little black demon will crawl out of it. Behind you, you can see these like things. The ground slopes upward into these jagged peaks. But just beyond the jagged peaks is a very normal looking woodland area. And you can kind of see some lights behind that suggest maybe there's a town nearby. And you've got some chump change in your pocket too.
I'm glad my uncle decided to not take my money at the very least.
Oh no. Your money's gone. Your money got obliterated.
Oh.
Like no.
Unless you
You're
were keeping it
wearing
in your data pack.
Yeah, you're wearing. Oh wait, yeah, no, you're right. You're 100% right. He does have money in his data pack. You know what? I'm a bad GM. But yeah, no. Everything that you were wearing, like all your fancy armor and special equipment and stuff, like that's obliterated.
My
Like, that's-
gloves. My gloves.
It's gone. It just yeah, it's
There
been
is-
hit. It's been hit with every element in the game and just disintegrated.
Plus burning from within.
Yep.
Yeah.
There is a cost for character death.
Yeah, I know. I miss my gloves a lot, but that's okay. It was a worthy sacrifice. Anywhoser, so there's a forested area somewhere to the, I'm guessing the southeast.
Behind you. Yeah, behind you. So basically, like what you're in right now is kind of like a big giant pit, right? Like the big giant pit area is like really barren, and slants upwards into like those jagged little peaks like at the edge of the pit, and then it becomes like a regular forest type area. In the middle of the pit is that big huge giant red boar, and that's the thing that every once in a while you can see like a shadowy creature just crawl out of.
Well, as Adele is tempted to fight things right now to get some of his anger off, but at the moment I think ignoring the monsters would probably be a good idea. So Adele will probably fly up out of the pit.
Come on, you.
All right, so you fly up out of the pit, and you do see like this little town that's positioned by kind of like what looks to be like one of those rundown, just not maintained often enough highways.
I guess I'll go flying over there if there's nothing else in the immediate vicinity.
All right.
Breeze and whatnot.
All right, so you land down on the ground. You can see, like, as you're walking towards it, you can see, like, there's this big, giant spell circle around the town. And you can faintly see there's kind of like a barrier as you're walking towards it.
Adele will think back to his experiences with the witches up in the Hampire lands, and just be careful with it. When he gets close to it, he'll probably just like press a hand against it to see if he can go through or not.
So your hand goes through it as if there's no barrier there.
Okay. Adele walks through then.
Okay. All right. So you walk through. There's kind of like a chinging sound that goes off as you enter into the town. The first thing that you notice about this town is that it seems like it's really behind the times. Like, it seems like this is just one of those teeny tiny little towns that belongs in the 80s. And everything's just kind of a bit behind the times. And as the second thing that you notice is as the chinging goes off, like people start just like exiting their houses, and like all of their houses double as a shop or something else, and you just hear this, oh, someone out of town, customers here, everybody get your game faces on. And like everybody's just like, well, hello, welcome to our town. I see your clothes have seen better days. Want to take a look at my shop, get yourself a new outfit, make you look spiffy. Somebody else is just like, how about some waffles? You're in the mood for waffles every day. Every time of day is a good time for waffles. How about some breakfast for dinner? And like somebody else still is just like, hey, you want to get some weapons? Weapons to fight demons? We're a town that fights demons. It's kind of what we do.
Adele just has the anime sweat drop at the barragement of like, hey, come visit us.
I bet he's very much begging for his group of misfits. It's just like, where is my weird people repellent?
I miss it. Where is Joe? Joe,
Waffles, boy.
Yeah, I'm not sure he ever had weird people repellent that worked. Think about our group for a moment. Like who in our group is normal? So
we're weird enough to repel even slightly weird people.
I mean,
maybe.
If you look at our composition, we got basically a guard dog, a pirate that can turn into a shark, 2 jesters,
one of those jesters will do whatever she can to get in trouble, though. But yeah.
But still, we're that one group of weird people that even the weirdos don't associate with.
Perhaps it depends on how weird they are. But anyhow. Yeah, like they're asking if you have a place to stay. They're asking if you need something to eat, if you want a haircut, like all the things. Like this teeny tiny little town. Like they're trying to see how many credits they can squeeze out of you.
Waffles,
Adele will just kind of scratch the back of his head and then look at his money. So Uncle did give me a small amount too, I'm guessing. Just shoved it in my pockets thinking I wouldn't have any, I'm guessing.
Yeah, he gave you a little bit of money. He gave you like 300 credits to get you by. So that's the equivalent of like $300. So
at least he was like to make sure I didn't starve to death. That's
yeah. Yeah, no, it'll hold you over for a bit.
Adele will more or less just kind of go around saying hello, maybe turning down the offer for clothes, but
okay.
he will go over and see if the man has any like bracers or anything that he can get real quick, and just kind of sure he gets.
Okay.
So he will stop by for waffles.
All right. So
that shopkeeper is correct. It is always the right time of day for waffles.
Exactly. I think through a long day. Let's be honest.
I think we're all in agreement on that. All right. So yeah. So as far as like the gloves go, he does have some gloves designed for fighting demons. They have one upgrade slot filled, and that is the Bane weapon upgrade, which gives you an extra chance, extra to hit chance and block chance against demons, and extra damage against them as well.
How much are they?
That is an excellent question that I do not know off the top of my head. So let's open that up in the document real quick.
Adele just stares at the gloves like, so I don't see a price tag. So, you got a price for these?
Well, why don't you make me an offer?
Well, given that they're new and
They do not look very new.
They
they
do not
look
look
like
very-
they look like they have definitely been previously enjoyed.
considering they seem a little used, and it looks like they've been like given like an upgrade by themselves. I'd give you around 200.
I wouldn't be able to part with them for more than 220, or for less than 220.
Is that right? Well, to me, it seems to me that these aren't worth that. I think they're around 205 at most.
210's my final offer.
Deal.
Good doing business with you, Sonny. And he shakes your hand. You exchange the credits. You get yourself a nice set of gloves.
Ah, thank God. Okay. Now, waffles.
All right. So you walk into the Gothic Maids Waffles Cafe, and you're like right on the front. You can see the image of this Gothic maid, and in one hand she holds a plate of waffles, the other hand she holds a plate of chicken, and you walk into the door. It's an old-timey place. It's kind of got a bunch of those little like restaurant seats on the side. Kind of looks like an 80s diner. And yeah, you hear a voice like, just pick a seat and I'll be with you in a minute.
You just, and Adele says like, I hope Rose isn't here. This would just be hilarious, or irony if that was the case. As he goes over to take a seat at like on one of the stools.
Yeah, no, like as you're musing to yourself, like literally, like as you're talking to yourself about that, like this person in a Gothic maid costume comes out. She's got like the menus like up in front of her face, and she's just like, well, hello and welcome to the Gothic Maid Waffles. How can I take your order? And she just like, as soon as she like lowers the thing, like you just see Rose's face for just a second, and then she just like dips underneath of like just like out of your sight.
So then,
And, yeah.
Adele will just sit.
I can see his Rose in the maid outfit. That's adorable.
She
Adele
does
will-
look quite adorable.
Adele, please kidnap her.
Adele
Yeah,
will just stare straight ahead before sitting up in his seat to look over the counter. It's like,
Yeah.
Rose? Was
Well, I
that
mean,
you?
it's
you?
more like you're at a table, right? Yeah, no, like she's like her fingers are just like like gripping the edge of the table, and like slowly she just like rises up, and you can see her face is beet red, and she takes a moment. She's like, ahem, composes herself, and she's pulls out her little pen and clicks it, and it's like, what would you like?
Adele has a shitting grin.
How about you?
Help.
Not there, but come on, try to feed your lines. You have a good, pristine moment here to make or break this.
I plan to. Don't you worry.
Yay!
So just looking at the just looking at the back of the menu. So obviously you're on the table, right?
Okay, her face just there's like a new shade of red that just just like rises up, and she's like, Adele, what do you mean? We're enemies. I'm still going to capture you this one day. She like points her finger at you. Like, yes, I will capture you. I will rejoin the Edge 8, what's left of it, and life will go back to normal. And you see her like she conjures these flames, like puts her leg up on the table and kind of takes like this dominant look on her face, and she's like, prepare yourself as like
Still in a
Oh,
maid
like-
outfit. Still in a maid outfit.
Hang on, Cody. I have a couple of words to say. Adele looks her in the eye, and then he levels his face forward. It's like, I mean, first off, nice panties. Second off,
as like the
second
flames
off-
like immediately go off and like all of her bravado evaporates.
second off, the only way you're capturing me is if you marry me, and I don't think that's gonna happen anytime soon.
And she's just like, what? You wish. Like, and
Did
she just like
did
kind of like,
Adele did Adele just propose?
I think he anti-proposed. But yeah, no, like she turns and like huffs at you. She's like, obviously I'm far too good for you.
Yeah.
I like older men who
Is that
are
right?
casters. Yes.
Cap-
Intelligent men, not meatheads like you.
Technically, I have.
You'd be
views.
interested in Ulrich's wolf. She'd be interested in Ulrich's wolf form.
I don't know. Like our Ulrich's wolf form's really muscly.
Well, he's also a caster of high intelligence.
I'm at a 12 at the moment.
Yeah, actually, Adele is pretty smart.
So it'd either be muscly intelligent man that's not a caster, or muscly hairy fluff good boy who is a caster, technically speaking.
I think she's implying that she wants to like be with someone outside of the hot-blooded party. But anyway,
Sounds like a hint at 0 or some similar from where I stand.
Could be a
Maybe.
complete
No
shit there,
chance.
maybe the exact opposite.
None.
Or she
Okay.
could be a
Never thought
complete
she'd
shit
pull it
there.
off.
okay.
Adele just kind of sit there. Well, I personally, if you don't mind, I don't mind paying for a meal. If you want to sit down and talk for a bit.
She's like, yeah, sure. Just, order whatever you like. Let me know when you're ready. And she just like drops the menu and just scuttles off.
Adele just kind of chuckles to himself as he looks over the menu.
Okay. Yeah. So I'm gonna say that. So. Yeah. So I mean, everything is just different variations of chicken and waffles, right?
Alright.
Like the fixings are different, but it's all just chicken and waffles.
Chicken and waffles.
Would you like chicken and waffles or waffles and chicken?
Yeah.
Oh crap!
One
is
of
there
those.
is there a chicken waffle sandwich?
And she's like, yes, there actually is.
Can I have that?
And yeah, so she points over at it, like you see a picture of it on the menu. It looks pretty good. Looks pretty tasty. It's got like a like a fried chicken, like battered patty type of a thing in between waffles. It's got like a syrup sauce on it and a couple of different types of cheeses, and it looks pretty yummy. So yeah, she goes in.
Aw. The other side of the gingerbread house just broke.
Oh fuck! That's gonna
Sorry,
change a red
sorry.
contract.
No, I wish I knew what you were talking about. But yeah, okay. So she goes into the back. She makes your food, and she comes out, and she kind of has like this huff, like this attitude, and she just sort of like throws it at you. She's like, "Here, have your waffles. Let me know when you're ready to pay," and just sort of like storms off. Like she's mad at you or like you did something wrong. But while you're looking down at your waffle sandwich, you notice that this sandwich looks fancier than the picture that you saw. You've got like 2 chicken patties. Like it seems like there's extra sauce. You've got a milkshake on the side, which you didn't order. Like, so yeah.
Adele just kind of he again chuckles, shakes his head a bit, and quickly says, "Thank you for the meal," as he begins to dig in.
All right. Okay, so you finish eating. Rose hasn't come back out. Like, what do you want to do now?
I just
So
is there anyone else here in the restaurant that I can quickly talk to? I want to try and get information about the town and maybe about my surroundings.
So
Where
okay.
the fuck am I?
So Rose comes out again, and she's just like, "Are you ready to, or are you ready? Are you finished with your order or not?" And like as she's coming out and like standing at the register, the door opens again, and go ahead and make an intelligence roll for me. And yeah, we're gonna do a contested intelligence roll.
All right. 21.
Ooh.
Oh,
So we're taking the 20 instead of the 26 because my my roll 20 was being slow on me, and so I accidentally clicked it twice. All right. You almost miss it. But as this new person walks in, there is just a moment of hesitation and nervousness in Rose's voice, but she immediately kind of like recovers herself, and she's just like, "Welcome to the shop. I'll seat you over here." And this guy that walks in, let me pull up a picture here. Da, 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 da. All right, sticking this in the Hotbloods.
Well, I will pull that up on stream.
oh,
That's why I was narrating that. Yes. All right. So the guy that walks in looks like this. But like it looks like that, but he's got long pointed elf ears. And you can see like as he opens his eyes, he has some really interesting looking eyes. So his whites are black, his iris is white, and he's got these purple pupils, but then he's also got like these 5 extra pupils shaped like a star around the center around the center pupil. But each one of these like additional 5 pupils is kind of more like a slit than just like a circular one. and they've got kind of like this interesting pattern on the inside. So this guy's got some very, very interesting looking eyes.
Adele does get up from his seat and does walk over to the register. He will try to be discreet as he walks up to pay.
So as this elf passes by you, like his eye glances to the side, like looks at you out of the corner of his eye, and then just like keeps walking past you, pretty much like in slow-mo. You have one of those like anime slow-mo moments as he picks the corner of the room to walk down to, sits in the corner, and it's like this darkness like descends on the corner. Suddenly the corner is like super edgy.
Get the fuck out! Get the fuck out! Fuck out!
Adele can only feel just like another edgelord in his head as he walks over to the register. Not here to pick a fight. Don't pick a fight, Adele. You're not
Please
strong.
don't. You're alone. You are alone. Please don't. We don't want to have to pick up pieces of you again.
Adele will come over, and he'll discreetly, as he hands over the money to pay for his meal, he'll discreetly whisper over to Rose. So, who's that guy? You seemed intimidated for a second there.
No, not at all. I noticed his eyes. He must be incredibly powerful to have eyes of that level.
Eyes?
You don't know?
Were odd. A bit odd, but didn't think there was anything odd to them.
Wow, you really are a bonehead, aren't you? Yeah, no, those are omnipotent eyes. They're the most powerful eye an elf can ever obtain. Nothing can escape their attention.
So does he already know who I am by that point? By that logic?
She shrugs. I mean, he doesn't know specifically who you are, but I'm sure he has a pretty good read on what your abilities are. It's not like he can read your name. He's not psychic. Well, I mean, some of them are. Yeah, actually, I'm pretty sure they are psychic now that I think of it. But I'm sure he doesn't know your name.
Well, I'm not here to pick a fight. It doesn't matter anyway. Anyway.
Good. Don't pick a fight with him. You'll lose.
Mm-hmm. Anyway, Rose.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have time after you're done with your work?
Time for what?
I just want to talk. That's okay with you.
Talk about what exactly?
I mean, I can take you on a date if you want. But...
No. I was not suggesting that.
Uh-huh.
This will be hosted by Bug this time.
Anyway, I more just want to talk to you about what's around us. I don't know where I am, honestly. I might have died.
You died? And she does kind of this montage of just zipping around you, inspecting you. She's like, now that you mention it, you don't have any scars on your body.
Not anymore. Well.
Wow, interesting. I didn't realize you were a human. This whole time I always thought you were part witch just because you didn't use any technomancy. Interesting. So tell me, what's it like to die?
Is no one going to note the fact that she noticed that he had scars before when she really shouldn't care?
Yeah.
Nah, she was looking at it pretty intently.
So, are you always checking? Were you always checking me out, or was it just after the hot spring? He states.
All right. She's like, I have to get back to work. Get out. If you
Anyway,
want to talk, I can talk later. But you'll have to wait until after my shift.
that's all right. with me.
Anyway, I have a customer I need to serve. As she grabs her menus and, moves over in her super cute gothic maid outfit to the edgelord in the corner.
Adele just makes mental note. She is very cute in that dress as he walks out.
All
Note
right,
to
so
self.
as you walk out, you
Note to-
note. Okay, go ahead. Go ahead, Haley.
Note to self: after marriage, buy maid dress.
I mean, you could just ask her to keep it from this job. Okay. All right, so after you walk out the door, you notice the one lone payphone in the middle of town because this town uses payphones.
Jesus, this place really is out of date. Adele says as he walks up to the payphone. Do any of them even have a phone? Christ, I don't even. They don't have phones, do they? Oh, Adele just put the hand in his face. It's like
for the sake of this story, we're gonna say that
Fry probably has a phone.
okay, yeah, we're gonna
Yeah,
say
integrated in his
we're gonna say
head.
Rye's phone number.
Yeah, it's integrated into his head because he's got the brain chip.
Yep. So we're gonna say, like you would know Rye's number, and you would also know Ulrich's number, because both of those guys, like, they have the same kind of technomancy, technology that you're used to working with, and so you guys exchange information in case there was ever a problem.
Honestly, I wouldn't put it past Victor to install some kind of comm in Ulrich's head. I really wouldn't put it
Yeah.
past him.
And then you would have a real ghost
All
Adele
right.
skull.
Okay, shut up, you.
So basically, what you can do is you can page one of them, and then they can go to a device that would be like a phone, and then you guys can communicate.
I think I'm probably gonna page Rye.
Okay.
Adele seems to think he's probably the most likely one to have a fucking phone out of all of us.
All right, Rye. So in the corner of your vision, you see the equivalent of a text message pop up. Adele, you've got 10 words.
Get to a phone. I live. I lived.
I live. Just how foreboding can you make this message in 10 words?
You've got 4 more words.
4 more words.
If you
He
want.
doesn't need 4 more words. Like if that's it, like
Rye, I
Get
live.
to a phone, I live.
Get to a phone. I lived, Rye. I lived.
Huh.
okay. So Rye, we're at you. And the rest of the Hotbloods group. And
Please.
Joe's just like bugging Ulrich, and she's just like, "Do you think he's back alive now?
I'm not
What about
sure yet.
now?
Joe, you need to calm down. We have to
How
wait
about
to hear from
now?
Joe. We have to wait to hear from him. Trust me, I'm as worried about him
There's
as you are, but
so
we have
much
to
I
wait.
wanted to do. I didn't even get to kick his butt in a fight yet."
Okay, Joe, you need to calm down and settle down, or I swear to all that is great and good and holy.
I think
His buddy, big brother is
Joe,
dead.
he'll be fine. He'll be fine.
No, he won't. You guys are lying. It's just like the Tooth Fairy or Santa Claus or the
Santa's
Queen of
real.
England. None of it's real.
Excuse me?
2 of those are real.
What? Which two?
Say, how would you like to How would you like to wrestle Sharkman again?
Can I?
Yeah. Come on. We'll head out.
Thank you, Finn.
All right. So
I
a
have enough
note
trouble trying.
like Sharkman can easily toss Joe around, but it's up to you whether you want to let her know that or not.
Oh, he's not going to let her know
It's probably not.
and he's going to toss around a lot, but eventually he will let her win.
Okay.
Yeah, as if
All
you
right.
walk
And
off,
she just like stands on top of you like, "Yes! I'm still the strongest member of the group.
I was gonna
Identity
say,
intact."
as they're walking off and as she's busy, I imagine Alec mutters under his breath, just, "Oh, it's enough I have an entire pirate crew to watch after in this ship and Adele to worry about, and I got Joe fucking, I'm starting to feel my brain
So
coming on.
you see a
I
couple of the pirates. They roll like this giant exercise ball, and they're just like, "We created this for Joe. Hope it helps."
What is that?
It's an exercise ball.
Oh,
You put her inside, and that way she can't, completely get out or make a mess.
so did you
Or she
essentially
can
create a
exercise.
giant hamster ball for her?
No. It was Jim's idea.
Let me ask this. Do you have any place that has either anti-gravity or any kind of wind tunnel? That will keep her entertained for a while.
Well, I guess we could put her down by the fans where, we create the anti-gravity for the ship. There's a
That would work.
small chance she could get sucked in, but, it could work. It's a perfect place for children.
I wouldn't say that exactly. Hey, Joe! Are you done beating up Sharkman yet? Oh, yeah, you are.
Dang it! As, like,
And meanwhile,
right now,
Sharkman is
Sharkman's, like,
just-
crushing her.
Sharkman gets up and just puts her in a German suplex.
Wait for
gosh.
wait for them to finish up and then try to see if she'd be interested in taking that thing for a couple of spins. I don't care what you have to do to try and convince her to use that, but just she's easily amused, so I'm sure you two will be able to figure something out. But until then, I need a moment. I'm starting to develop a migraine right now.
All right, Rye. Ding! The message shows up in the corner of your vision.
Right. I lived. Get to a phone.
Timing. I was about to say something else.
Oh, do you want to say your other thing first?
No, I want the timing to be perfect.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
That was
I'll let him know.
Rai speaking out loud.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
Excuse me.
Okay.
So Rai just says timing. I was about to say something else.
Excuse me? As Alec glances over right, please tell me you have good news or I swear.
Which good news do you want? Because I've got two.
Alec just kind of approaches Ryan. It's just like, either one works at this point, because either way we're going under deck later.
Oh, well, I mean, that's one of them is really good for migraines. That's, yeah, that's what I was going to suggest.
And the other?
Either this is Adele or I just got a prank text.
Excuse me?
Yep, it just says, get to a phone, I lived.
Jeez. Is there any way to trace the source it came from?
Sure, every text message has a source phone number.
Find out where that came from. Because whether it's a prank or whether it's Adele, we have to try and figure it out for ourselves. But if he is still alive, and that is Adele, then we need to find him soon.
I agree. And I'm already on it.
Thank you. Once you get that, we'll go ahead and let the crew know where we're heading. and then we're heading downstairs for a little bit.
Sounds like a plan.
Thank goodness you're in agreement with it. Hopefully Finn and the rest can keep Joe occupied. Oh, jeez. I did not ask for this much stress.
If not, you could always post a guard at the door.
Sure we want to subject one of them to that.
I wouldn't mind.
Of course you wouldn't.
Yeah.
I'd honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if you were yearning for him to join, but, you know.
I'm okay with one at a time.
There's a, I will say
Well,
there's
I'm not interested in sharing, so.
a distant shouting that is growing quicker as Sharkman chucks Joe towards the ship
Okay.
like a rocket inbound.
All
what the
right.
fuck?
So. All right. So this cock block missile is firing at you.
I chose the cock missile!
As you know, like super hyper innocent little Joe is just like "Ah!" as she's just like spinning, and you know she just smashes through the floor, and you see a hole as she goes down a couple layers, and she's just like, I think Sharkman's getting a bit too rough for me. And you know, kind of just like, oh, that's not playing fair.
Right, Rye's head tilts so he can see through the hole a little better.
Yeah,
Oh,
no, she
we should-
smashed. She smashed through the captain's room where Ulrich was supposed to be sleeping.
Ulrich just kind of stares down at the hole and very, very slowly looks up in the direction of Finn before you just kind of see his eyes briefly glow with a bit of magic, and probably, I'm not sure if anyone will be able to tell, but you just hear this echoey Finn! Just kind of echo out as he partially activates the howl spell for a moment.
All right, so montaging forward. I'm assuming you guys are heading to a phone, correct?
Assuming I don't have one on me.
No, you don't. Most of the time, like, yeah. So, okay, you don't have a phone on you right now. But like, we'll say that you.
I was
You
gonna
know
say, I
what, never
imagine
mind.
Ulrich will probably try.
You're basically Buzz Lightyear. You can open one up in your forearm. Okay.
I was about to say,
Yeah.
imagine if we did, and Ulrich would
Okay.
just be like, okay, if you want to mess around in my head and see if Victor hit one in there, you can go right ahead.
If not, we'll bust out the signaling flags. Hope for the best.
At the very least, we have called each other on cell phones before. So,
This is true. I don't know if the hot bloods have though. The cold bloods have certainly done that before.
I'll say Finn certainly does not
distinctly
have-
remember some of the hot bloods being contacted, but
Oh,
I'd
you
have to
know
go back and
what?
look at the logs.
No. You're right. During the crossover episode, that's my bad. Okay. All right. So.
Which two it was, though?
You and Ulrich are able to steal some time away together, for a little bit. You know, you guys are able to have a good time, relieve some stress. The party gets like back together. Joe is just like asleep on Finn's shoulders. Like she's just like piggybacked on his shoulders and just like completely out. And you guys are now calling Adele.
Please answer, please answer, please answer.
Oh,
But by the way, the amazing like king size bed was completely destroyed. So that unfortunately happened. Okay.
Those things are pricey. I just bought one the other day.
Oh, nice.
Do we hear the do-do-do-do-do, like for like a video call, basically?
Yeah, you get the default Skype sound.
Yeah.
The payphone.
Okay, so like Adele, it's been like over an hour, and they finally call you back after they're done with all their shenanigans. And yeah, you guys are now on the phone together.
Are they
Adele,
both
please.
still?
No. I'm not sure whether it be Ulrich or Rye that would be doing this call,
Doesn't
but
matter which. Doesn't matter which. Whoever wants to take the lead. I assume it's on speakerphone.
Adele, I swear if this is not you and this is some prankster, I swear I'm going to end someone right now.
Oh yes. Let me find another dragon person that you know.
Oh, thank fucking God!
You didn't exactly say who you were in your text.
Well, I'm sorry. I figured that the news that I survived would be enough. Forgive me.
Well, considering we were trying to deal with Joe this entire time, we literally just got her to clock out long enough for, her to not drive us insane. Or more insane.
I
Uh,
was just excited to find a phone.
well, where the hell are you?
Somewhere.
What do you mean, somewhere?
I still have yet to learn what the fuck this place is called, but
Oh my fucking God.
I know I'm on the edge of the demon helllands, at the very least.
Excuse me? Hey, fuck, excuse me?
It does give us a direction to go.
Do you have any idea how big the fucking demon lands are?
I'm
About as big as the Beast Mac lands.
in a place.
That's a lot of border!
I'm in a place with a lot of woods surrounding it.
A lot of woods.
I
Fuck.
won't it. To be fair.
Oh, jeez. Do we got a fucking map on this ship?
Let me see if there's one in the system.
Yeah, thank you, because honestly, I'm not familiar with the Demon Lands at all. I'm more
only I
familiar
was-
with the borders between the Beastmech lands and Empire lands, because, that's where I grew up. I'm not familiar with the other side of the Beastmech lands.
If only I had my dad's map. He would have nothing but trails for you to read.
So, Cody,
Yes.
can I find a map in the system?
Yes.
Does it
Go
look
ahead
like the map
and-
in front of us?
Yeah. No, I'm looking at the map in front of us, and you know what? This little town is located in the fallen ruins of Yu-Gi-Oh. So apparently that boar that I described goes to the Shadow Realm. The creature that you saw walk out of it before,
Dark
it
magician
was
rises
like
out of
the
pit.
no. It was one of those crap cards that they first came out with.
Oh,
You
God.
know, like the useless ones where they had nothing redeeming about them. There was no effect, no attack points, like nothing was good about these cards. Yes, so what you saw crawl out of that pit was the drooling lizard. That is a real Yu-Gi-Oh card. Yeah, let me see if I can find a picture. I will find a picture, and you will be able to
Fucking
see.
God, it does exist. The hell is this shit? No, seriously. What?
Why did you doubt our Lord and GM?
Hey, come on, we take Yu-Gi-Oh
I-
very seriously here.
Very seriously. Yep.
Like, you get a larvae moth out of there.
So that's what crawled out of the pit. You weren't entirely super afraid of it. Yeah. So anywho, so that's where you are located in the lands that were once the Yu-Gi-Oh lands, but are now just the ruins of Yu-Gi-Oh. So yeah.
The fallen ruins, in fact.
Yes, correct. So yeah, you guys go ahead and roleplay for a little bit.
Seems like an older town. Nothing's really been updated. A lot of even things being sold though.
Oh, wait,
Weaponry and whatnot.
is that Adele? Is that Adele?
If you wake that child with your question,
As you're saying that, like Joe's like, huh, Adele, Adele, as she like hops off his shoulders, like scuttles forward on all fours, like grabs the phone, like Adele, and like you see like her eyes are just these big, huge, watery globes, like it's really you.
Hi, Joe. How you doing?
Santa Claus is real, and it's like, oh, Adele, you're back. You're back. I missed you.
You see what we've had to deal with.
I'm glad to see that.
Will you spar with me when we get back?
Oh my god, Joe, please.
That's a promise, Joe. I'll spar with you if you want.
Okay, Joe, can I please have the phone back?
No, it's my turn. So, Adele, guess what? And she like proceeds to give you like she just like goes on and on about, just like the most uninteresting but super interesting to a child topics.
He has 2 little sisters. I think he can deal with this.
Okay, well, it's like your
Well-
little sisters are droning at you, and
Oh,
and then I beat him.
was-
Still the
that's great.
strongest member.
I'm glad to hear that, Joe. So I'd like to put that to the test next time.
Oh, I'm gonna kick your butt. You
And
just
by the-
wait.
as by this point, Ulrich has basically shuffled over the rides, just like, please tell me you found a map before I have to hurt somebody.
oh yeah, I found a map. We just need to know exactly where we're going.
He
As
said
you
it looked
that
like
is a very big border.
He said it looked like some kind of older, like, town, so it's likely one of the ruins that's in the land, which there's plenty of, but closer to the border that are still standing, there's potential.
It sounds like it narrows it down to about 2.
Which two? Oh.
Well, we've either got the fallen ruins of Yu-Gi-Oh! Or the fallen ruins of Pokemon.
One question. Joe, I need the phone!
Oh, wait,
Okay.
Before you give it to him, can you tell Adele I said hi? And
Oh, hey,
thanks,
Finn says hi.
and
Oh,
thanks for,
okay,
like killing himself
Hey, Finn.
for me and all that.
Hey, why don't you give the phone to Finn for a second?
He
Joe?
says thank you for dying for him.
You know, he can probably come on and talk to me himself. Why don't you give?
Oh
the phone
yeah,
to
that's right.
Finn?
That's how phones work. Okay.
Oh my
Yeah,
god,
she hands the phone over to Finn for a second.
Finn
we're
is kinda
literally
holding it at
delaying
arm's
getting
length.
Adele back with all this phone tag.
Finn is holding out at arm's length. What's this? Do I
Finn.
just talk into it?
Finn,
What? What?
Finn, just put your ear up to the phone, man. It's all right.
And you can
Brad
tell
just
he's
covers his
very
face with a hand.
uncomfortable in putting the phone up to his head.
Oh.
There you go. Can you?
Yeah. So
Okay.
how's it going?
You can like literally feel the
boomer
radio
energy.
waves traveling through your brain, probably causing cancer.
Radio waves don't cause cancer. It's microwaves that do that.
Shh. Don't tell my grandma that. She won't believe you.
Well, you're welcome. You're welcome, man. I'm glad you're okay.
Yeah.
Did you make it out unscathed at all, or was there more after that?
I mean, I did try to kill Ulrich after that.
Oh,
Yeah.
Can we please explain this once we get reunited? Now is not the time!
Oh, dude. And you can tell, like, there's absolute boomer energy radiating off of Finn as he tries to operate a phone.
Finn
just hand it over. Here,
you
talk to him.
Okay, thank you. God's sakes. Okay, Adele, I need to ask you a couple questions so we can actually narrow down where the fuck you are.
And go ahead.
Have you seen any creatures in the area recently?
Creatures. The pit I woke up in had like this weird shadowy thing crawling out of it.
A weird shadowy thing.
That could be either one.
Oh god. Any specifics about this shadowy thing?
It looked like a lizard.
A lizard? A shadowy lizard?
That still doesn't narrow it down.
Oh god damn it.
Did you notice a pot of greed anywhere?
Adele looks over around at everyone, every store in the town. He's
Is
like,
there any like
There's just a
defining-
random pot of greed that's like sitting in the middle of town, and it just like is smiling, and he's like,
Is there
Yeah,
any like
there-
defining features around you or anything like that?
there's this weird pot in the
A
center.
pot?
It,
A weird
it's
pot?
smiling and laughing.
He glances over at Ryan. What the fuck?
Towers of Yu-Gi-Oh.
He looks over at Finn.
Yeah.
How the fuck?
It's a sacred game amongst pirates.
What?
It's a
Oh,
Ah,
fuck.
yeah, it originated back in the Egyptian days, and it got passed down through pirate tradition.
Okay, I have so many fucking questions of just how the fuck that works. Okay, Adele, we're heading your way. We will see you soon. Right now, I have to have a serious discussion with Finn. We'll see you later.
the
by the way,
pot
One
looks
more
like
thing.
this.
What?
so one more thing. Ulrich.
What?
I have a real quick question. Like,
Does it need to be public or private?
no, it can be public. I'm just curious what the fuck happened to my corpse.
It kind of crumbled apart. You literally
Alright.
turned to stone. You fell and you smashed into the ground.
Look, I can hope to have my gloves back, okay? I missed them.
Well, evidently we tried to catch you, but it didn't work out that way because we were on the back of a fucking chimera.
I know! I noticed!
Good. I'm glad that you're perceptive before your demise.
You know, Ulrich. I'm glad you're okay.
I wouldn't say I'm okay.
You will be.
Given what I just heard, it seems like you will.
So that's time for round 2. All right, bye, Dell. Click.
Considering it took you an hour to get to me. What the fuck are you doing over there?
Click.
What's he talking about?
She asks this as he basically throws right over her shoulder and she's like back downstairs.
Oh,
We'll tell you when you're older.
I'm feeling very left out.
it's okay. You're not the only one. And Finn will give her a pat on the back.
I just didn't want to be involved.
That speaks so many languages and so many levels that I don't even want to comprehend at the moment.
I imagine on the way down, the new first mate Ulrich likely stops and tells him, okay, we need to go here, start getting the ship pointed in that direction. I'm going to be occupied for a little bit.
Yes, sir.
Slap
And yeah,
That's the
Slap
thing. This
the
is
ass.
going to be an uncommon sight of him basically carrying Ryan on his shoulder at this point. This is probably the second time he's seen it at this point. Today.
okay. So yeah, he scuttles off. You notice some of the crewmates have like brought like lotion and stuff into the room by this point. They've added amenities for you guys. But the ship gets up and starts running, and we're just going to we're gonna have you guys traveling in the background. So Adele and the crew You guys are going to be traveling for a couple days, and Adele is going to be hanging out in town for a couple days. What are you guys going to do? We're going to say it's going to take 3 days for them to get to you.
I know Adele's probably gonna eventually gonna take up residence at one of the local inns, and then he's gonna likely get some new clothes, get some clothes on, get some regular clothes and armor, and just basically talk with Rose throughout these next 3 days. Basically, more or less trying to get information and maybe flirting a bit too as time goes on.
Okay, what information do you want to get from her?
I just want to understand, like, where exactly. Like, I don't have a map, so obviously where the fuck I am, like what the town is called and whatnot. So I have.
So she does produce a map for you, and she shows you exactly where you're at. She's like, "Yeah, this is the Boar, where they banished all of the Yu-Gi-Oh cards back to the Shadow Realm. They escape every once in a while.
Oh, so that's what I saw crawl up next to me.
Yeah, usually the drooling lizards and the little D's make it through."
Ah. So it was a lizard. Anyway. Anyway, I'm glad to see you. Are you trying to make a life here, or?
Oh, you know, like I don't exactly have a whole lot of career options, and like as she's saying that, you hear her manager like yelling in the back, like, you know, the cook slash manager slash owner of this place, and he's like, "Rose, I don't pay you to flirt with customers. Get in here and mop the floors." And she's like, "They're already clean, you stupid old man, and there are no customers in here. Nobody comes here." And, you know, he's just like, "Well, then maybe I need to start doing some layoffs." She's like, "No, I'll clean the floor." And she scuttles to the back and starts mopping a pristine floor.
Adele will likely make an will as she's cleaning. You know, you always. He takes a second. He's like, "Am I really considering this?" He takes a second. He's like,
Yes, you are. Do it.
Rose, do you want to come with me?
Okay,
Can I leave?
come with you.
Yeah.
Why would I want to do something like that?
Well, I figured that maybe going on more of an adventure would be a bit more appealing to you.
She kind of stops for a bit, like, as she's mopping, and, you know, it looks like she's thinking about it. She gets a little bit of a smile on her face, a little bit of a blush even, and then she's just like, I don't know if I would really fit in. I'm not really like you."
Well, that's not an issue to me.
And
Well, you're a decent person at the very least. Adele says as he gets up from this table, getting ready to go pay for his meal.
And she just kind of stares after you, and she's got another cute little blush on her face as you're paying. And go ahead and make an intelligence or dex roll.
Oh, we're going for Dex. So
Okay.
I might notice better.
Yeah, you definitely notice. So as, like, you know, out of the corner of your eye as you're finishing paying, like, you know, she's definitely got like this smile on her face, like she's really liking the idea. And then she glances back over at the guy in the corner of the room who's staring at this whole interaction, and her face kind of loses all of its joy, and she just goes back to mopping. Okay. The rest of the crew. What are you guys doing for the 3 days that you're traveling?
Well, I know what I'm doing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Quite literally.
All right.
Yeah, literally and figuratively.
The bunny.
All right.
a
We get it. We get it. You guys are
Your
boinging.
character.
But
But
okay.
it's
Like
just gonna be like
Joe is kind of wandering like all like she kind of like wanders around like all the time. She's like, "Man, when did Rye replace me? I used to be Ulrich's best friend, and now he's always hanging out with Rye. And he never lets me hang out with him. It's not fair. Never has time for me anymore."
That's because you give him a headache half the time.
and Finn will just kind of pat her back. Don't worry about it.
Literally imagining it's just every time Ulrich tries to hang out and help out Joe, she just causes him a headache and he kind of has to go back to Ryan. It's just like, I need a solution. I need to get away.
If this is your way to cope with headaches and stress, then man, you are quite the nymphomaniac.
Finn will spend a couple days teaching Joe how to play Yu-Gi-Oh.
Oh
Alright.
Lord.
Yeah, no, okay, is there anything else that you guys want to do before you arrive?
I mean,
Well, actually, we
honestly-
are gonna have one more thing. Yeah, we're probably gonna have a little bit more time. But okay, is there anything in particular you guys want to do like before I move things on to the next phase?
I was gonna say, honestly, between Ride, dealing with Joe, and dealing with the ship, Ulrich really ain't doing too much, just sort of going along the routine, just making sure nothing breaks down horribly.
Okay.
But
All
I'm
right.
gonna have to dip here soon because I gotta try and get some sleep before work tomorrow. Damn this 5:30 shift.
Okay. All right. Fair enough. Okay. All right.
I know
So,
what I know what Adele's gonna do.
can
I keep trying to give it.
can you give us between 15 and 30 minutes, Haley? 15 minutes?
B.
10 minutes?
Might be able to work that.
All right, 10 minutes. Okay. All right. So, as you guys are getting pretty close, like you're only a couple hours out at this point. It's really dark outside. Joe throws her hands up in the air, like her fists up in the air, as she's finally won her first game, and she's like, "Yes, I did it!" Like overly dramatic laugh. "My summon skull reduces your life points to 0.
No.
Activate that trap card.
There's like the full like the beep 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 beep, the full kit and caboodle going on.
Okay. All right. So back to Adele. So Rose, like as you've been like at the diner for quite a few times, like Rose actually just like asks you out. She's like, would you remember that one time we talked about eating noodles?
Yes.
Would
Oh.
you like to maybe eat some noodles
I bet you
with
try
me
to.
and go on a walk?
Adele will chuckle, and before falling into a bit of a laugh, it's like, yeah, of course. He gives her his best smile.
And she gives you a really sweet smile back. And yeah, like that night. Oh, let me see this. Okay. Just blooming. Okay. Okay, anyhow. All right, so let me think here for a second. Okay. So you guys are hanging out. Like you guys are just walking on the edge of town and the forest. And Rose seems a bit distracted.
Something the matter?
Oh, no, I'm fine.
You sure? You seem a bit spacey today. Though, actually, you know what? You always seem a little bit spacey when you're around me.
Hey, that's rude.
I'm just saying, you're the one who loses a lot of blood, it seems, when it rushes to your face.
And like, as the blood is rushing to your face, she's like, I don't know what you mean.
Well, either way, it's very obvious that something's bugging you. Is it because of that one guy that always comes in after me?
No, it's not him. Go ahead and make an intelligence roll.
All right.
All right.
Damn.
You don't notice anything.
Well, either way, you know.
Adele, what's gonna happen once you win?
When?
When you win,
Oh,
you're trying to overthrow Zero, aren't you?
I'm just. Well, yes, I am.
So what happens next?
Well, after that, I would hope to make sure people have the choice to do what they want. If they stay edgelords, they stay edgelords. If they become hotbloods, they become hotbloods. I'd rather have people not have to either change or die, in my opinion. Besides, if I win, I'll have my family back finally. They'll be safe. I won't have to worry too much. Might be able to relax. Maybe settle down at some point.
Do you think that Hotbloods and Edgelords could really ever get along? It's like trying to mix oil and water, Adele.
Well, of course it is. Of course it's going to be like that. Especially at first. No one's ever expected to get along with someone else. But, for being on opposite sides, I think we're getting along just far.
I was about to say, she's saying this, and meanwhile, the wolf is boinking the bunny back on the other team. That's not natural order.
Yeah.
We're breaking all the norms tonight!
Just, Rose, in honesty, I think it'd be better to give everyone a choice, to choose for themselves what they want to be, rather than subjugate them completely to one side. Regardless.
Yeah. A world like that would be nice.
I don't expect it to be perfect either,
Go ahead and make another intelligence roll.
Jesus Christ.
You do not notice anything.
Got a feeling
So-
you being stalked.
So, how do I want to do this?
I could use a fake counter. I do have 3 of them.
Yeah, I mean, you can use one if you want.
I'm going to use a fake counter on this one. That's
Sure.
19 efficient.
Okay. All right. Then I won't describe the scene. But things get pretty romantic between the two of you. And like she could you both kiss, but you realize as she's kissing you that something's wrong. You look around and there's like a branch that you stepped on and broke that is no longer broken. and you look down at her and you realize that this is all an illusion.
Adele just jumps away. It's like, it's all a trick. He mumbles, Rose.
All right, give me 1 second. Let me open up the character sheet real quick.
I was gonna say, you just kissed the edgelord, dude. Oh my fucking god. Oh, those
You
fucking fan fictions.
all right.
See. So, it's always a lie, isn't it?
Okay, hang on 1 second.
Did you back out?
Okay. Go ahead and make a success roll using your will.
My will.
Yes. So you realize that you are trapped in an illusion. This is the mind lock spell. She doesn't have you in a hologram or anything like that. This is the same type of thing that she did to you when when you guys were in the tower.
Rose, let me out now, or I'll fight my way out.
So Illusion Rose looks at you and she looks kind of sad, and she's just like, I'm sorry, Adele.
Why?
I didn't have a choice.
Bullshit. Everyone has a choice.
No, we don't.
Yes, you
Ye-
know it.
You live in this fantasy world where you think that everybody gets to choose their own destiny, but that's not the way things work. You get to choose your own destiny because you're powerful, because you're strong. Not all of us are as strong as you, Adele.
But maybe I want to help people get to be as strong as me, so they can choose for themselves.
That's not how it works. Not everybody can reach those heights. It's just not in the cards.
If you give up, you can't.
Yeah. Well, I gave up a long time ago.
Why?
I already told you why. I didn't want to do this.
You know,
I'm sorry.
I was really hoping. I was.
You see a tear run down her cheek as she looks back at you, and with this really sad but really pretty smile, and she's just like, "Yeah, I was really kind of hoping too." And with that, the ground underneath of you shatters as the illusion breaks, and you're still trapped in the mind lock, but you're just trapped in this black void as Rose disappears. And in the real world, Rose is standing with her arms crossed. You are you're just standing still, staring off into space, as she has you locked in the mind lock, and the edgy elf guy comes up behind her, puts his hand on her shoulder, and he's just like, "Good job, Rose. With this, I will welcome you back into the Edge 8. We're going to rebuild from here. Yes, you did the right thing. You didn't really give me another choice, did you?" And he smirks and he's like, "No, I suppose I didn't." And And he is, we're gonna say like he conjures some chains out of shadow magic and binds you. And that is where we are going to leave things for tonight.
Oh, hell fucking no. I'm going to kill me an elf. Again. This time I'm not going to make the mistake to spare him. He's losing his fucking head.
Well, no. This is not the same elf. This is a new elf. This is the
So
last.
all the elves are fucking with all the people Elric cares about. He's not making the same mistake with the first one, letting him live. This one dies.
Okay.
This one dies the first time.
Well, this guy is the last of the Edge 8. So.
Oh, he is going to meet pain.
All I know is that Adele will just probably be in his void, very quiet, like pointed, but his spirit just will burn and burn and burn as he tries to fight his way out.
All right.
In rage.
All right. Well, Haley, you want to close this out?
All right. And with that, we are wrapping this tonight's session of Hot Bloods, where next time, once we arrive at the ruins, there's going to be a murder fest, and like anything else that the Hot Bloods have faced before, because fuck this elf boy. But until then, ladies and gentlemen, we will see you next week with Operation Cold Bloods. Potentially.
Well, actually,
it's a holiday
we,
weekend, so
yeah. Let's not do Cold Bloods next week. We'll do Cold Bloods the week after next week.
So technically, we'll be ringing in the new year with the Cold Bloods. Da 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 da.
Woo!
All right.
Until next time, live on, play strong, and roll out. Happy holidays.
Bye, everybody. Happy
Bye.
holidays.